Cool. So today we'll be discussing the basics of HTML, Chapter 5. Yeah, I'm with my navigator.
Hello, good people. Today I will be navigating this session.
Alright, cool. Yeah, feel free to comment whenever you want, man. So, yeah, HTML. What is HTML? It's a hypertext markup language, creates web pages, basically. So yeah, with HTML, there's text editors, so you can choose where to write your text and all of that. It has tags and elements that you use. So yeah, each element has a special meaning and use. And yeah, then it basically creates the text in the web page. So starting with the P element. So P element is used for paragraphs. So in order to make paragraphs in your text, you use the P element. So essentially this is how the P element looks. So P element will look like this. This code here is the P element. So this will basically be your paragraph. It's within your P element. Then we have the white space in HTML and block level elements. So this makes extra spaces, tabs, or new lines. So yeah, it includes like your P elements as well and your H elements also, which is for making our headings. So you can see here over here you have your H1 and H1. This is to make your heading. This is a website. So this will appear in your web page as the heading. So if I go here, there's the heading. This is my website. And then here you have your paragraph because of the P element that you used. Here you have your heading because of the H element that you used. We have the inline statements. Sorry, inline elements. So inline elements basically elements are basically don't start on a new line. So it's within the line that you're on. So examples of inline elements will be your paragraph element, which is here. Then you have your EM. The EM changes it to italics. You have your strong element, which changes it to a bold text. So here, this is your strong element. It changes this to the bold
Can you
text.
please show us how it works, the element and strong?
How it works? Yeah, I'll show you now.
So, yeah, like all on the page of the HTML.
Yeah, so when you go on the page, you'll see here it takes that text and it makes it a bold text. So it basically highlights it and makes it a bold text. So if you look here, you use this element strong and then you put your text here in between these two elements, strong and strong, and then this text will become bold. As you can see here, here's the text. That's the result of the strong element.
EM.
I'm gonna get to that one now. Yeah, but with EM, let me just explain that one now. With EM, basically EM changes your text to italics, right? So from a normal text to italics text. So here's your EM here, right? That's your EM. It changes this text to italics. So if when you open it, you see here, that's the result of the EM element. It changes the text to italics, from a normal text to italics.
Okay.
You understand that, no?
Yeah.
So yeah, then you look at when you look at your HTML, it basically works with a hierarchy. So from the top to the bottom, you'll see it starts with your head, right? If I can go through this whole thing quickly, this code. Here at the top, you start with like a document declaration. So here, right? And then this part here, the HTML part here, is basically it's a block of code that changes that ensures that the text is in English. So when you go to the text, you can see that it's in English. Well, this part's in English. This one is not. But what that line of code does is it shows that it's in English. Then it works in a hierarchy. So it starts with the head. Here's your head, right? Within your head section, there's specific data that's contained in here. One of them is your title. This is the title. So the title element over here, in between these two elements, you have your title, which is my chapter 5. So when you open it, hold on, it should be showing there. I'm not sure why it's not showing, but yeah, this one contains the title there. And then you have your body. This is the main block of code where you write your heading, which is, this is my website. So you have your heading, this is my website here. You have the paragraph using the P element. So here's your paragraph. Your paragraph is here. Then this is another paragraph, but this paragraph contains inline elements. So like we mentioned earlier, the EM element, which changes this to italics. So here's the italics part because of the EM element. And then you have, this is still part of the paragraph within the body text. So then you have your strong, like we mentioned, it changes it to bold, the bold text, as you can see here. And that's part of the body, within the paragraph. Here you also have another paragraph that we made. So you can see another paragraph that we made here. And then this is basically a second heading, another heading. So you instead of putting H1, you put H2. So it will make a subheading. So basically a second heading. So when you go here, you see your second heading over here. Then when you move on to, you can move on to the anchor element. So basically, what the anchor element does, right? It's essentially to create a hyperlink, to create a link on your text in order to access the link, right? So when you do that, you use your P element here for paragraph, and then within it, as an inline element, you put the anchor, which is A over here. Then you have href. In between here, you put the link that you want your user to access into, right? So that's how it would look on the VS Code. But the result would be this. This is the link. Then you can see here at the bottom left of the screen, it basically shows what the link is, right? So I can click the link and access it. Now I'm in the link that I wanted to access. That's what the anchor element does. It ensures that you can access the link on the web page. So yeah, that's essentially a basic understanding of HTML. I believe we covered it. So the HTML hierarchy, like we mentioned, it starts with the body, with the head, well, the HTML at the top. So here at the top, starts with this, and then it goes on to the head. So you have your head over here, and in your head contains data like the title and all of that. And then you have your body. Your body is, I like to see it as the main part of the code, where you write your paragraph, your first heading, your paragraph, your EM element where you can change it to italics, strong element where you can change it to bold text, and even put the second heading as well, and also put the link with the anchor element. So yeah, that's just a diagram showing the hierarchy of HTML. Yeah, adding links to your element, like we discussed. And then here's how another example of how the anchor works. You put the link in between sorry about that. Access the link. So yeah, you put the link in between the anchor elements. And here we have the title attributes. We also mentioned it at first. And yeah, that's HTML in a nutshell. So yeah, man, anything you want to add? Ronnie?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for watching. All right.